If there was a way to like a video twice, I would have totally done it for this Instagram reel by Anne Sisteron. She made a video, this reel on Instagram about 3 days ago. I will link it down below. Go and check it out. She was talking about real versus fake. And whatever she said in that video, I totally resonate with. It's about buying luxury today. So in her video, I mean, I'll just talk about it briefly. She was showcasing a Fendi bag versus a fake Fendi bag. So she bought one that was like years ago, was like $2,000. And then she got the other one, which is, she said it's fake. And she got it for a fraction, obviously a fake price, right? But it's not about promoting fake. She was talking about what happened to luxury in the past 5 years. So the same, exactly same, from the Fendi store, her peekaboo bag is now $6,000. And she said, it's not worth $6,000. When I bought it 10 years ago, whatever, it was $2,000 and it felt luxurious. It felt like luxury. It felt something that it meant something to her. But now for the same bag, it's $6,000. It's gone up so much more than gold. And I totally resonated with it. She said, it's ridiculous. It's crazy. What are you doing? You are not paying artisans that kind of multiple, but you have suddenly decided to charge consumers this crazy number because you just want to. The luxury market is not having it. So I'm going to talk about what happened to me. And again, I am not here to promote fakes. I don't believe in fakes, but I can understand why it has exploded in this market today. Dupes, fakes, lookalikes, whatever it is. It used to be really lousy looking, but nowadays they are more sophisticated and people are just more willing to buy them as well because the luxury market has just gone bonkers. It's just so insane. So coming to my story. So one of the things that I have mentioned in my video, I have purchased not a fake, but I custom made it. So yes, it's like a replica. And I made a replica of my ring. So let me just show you. This is the Tiffany & Co. Slumberger ring. And I made this, was it this year? Sorry, I'm losing track of time, but I think it was early this year for around my birthday. Or maybe it was last year. No, I think it was this year. Anyway, I have always talked about this when I got it. I call it not the Slumberger ring. This is my Flumberger ring. It's my fake Slumberger. And why did I decide to go down this route? Firstly, when I saw this ring, it was a long time ago. 10 years maybe, and it was always my dream ring. But obviously that time, it was so expensive. It was 8 or 9, maybe it was 8,000 USD, and I wasn't making much money, okay? I had to save for it, and it was always a dream that I said, oh, when I hit 40, I'm gonna buy myself this Slumberger ring. And obviously over the years, I noticed that the price went up, like from 6 to 7, 7 to 8, and it became 10,000. And when COVID hit, I remember that was time I was like, okay, I'm saving the money for it. And I remember walking to the store in Malaysia, and the price, when I converted it back to Singapore dollars, it was so much. I was like, wait, what happened? What happened? I kind of remember it being 10,000, like 10,000 Singapore dollars or 11 or something like that. But that time when I converted, I was like, oh, it's almost like $14,000, $15,000. Or maybe more, because it was like 40 over thousand ringgit. And I was like, whoa, what happened? And I was like, okay, never mind. You know, it's the milestone has gone further down and the ring hasn't changed. Okay, the diamond is not bigger. It's exactly the same ring. And then I went to the store. I was thinking, you know what? It's a lot more, but you know, maybe I'll sell a few handbags. I'm talking about years later, right? So this time I'll sell a few handbags. I'll still get the ring. But when I walked into the Tiffany store and I was with a friend of mine, I stopped in my tracks because I could not believe it. It was slightly after COVID, and it was whole year $22,600 or nearly 23,000 Singapore dollars. It was the exact same ring. The ring that I have always wanted, and I've had it. I just said, no, I will not pay for just a number that Tiffany wanted to put. I don't care about it being Tiffany. I just thought it's the most beautiful ring. There was a point I was like, you know what? I obviously will support you, Tiffany, because it's your design. But at over $1,000 for a ring that hasn't changed. It hasn't changed. It's the same thing. It's just a beautiful design, and I just said no. I'm gonna buy not a fake from some supermarket, but then I had a place that was custom made it. Obviously it's not the same, but it's as good as, and I love it. And I paid a fraction of the price. It's diamonds, it's white gold, it's yellow gold, it's whatever it's supposed to be, and it's one of my favorite rings. And I did not pay Tiffany 22, 3,000, whatever it is today, for something that they just decided on making more expensive. Now, you can hate me on it, but I took the route of what a lot of people are probably doing. I bought a dupe. I bought a dupe for me because I wanted it. And I totally resonated with what she said. People are sick and tired of these insane, unjustified price increases. We just did a Chanel a couple of days ago and my jaw dropped. I could not believe those prices on those crazy raffia, rattan, straw bags. It's not right. That's all. Like, I can get it. I love luxury. I love my luxury bags. I love my leather goods. I love paying a little bit more than the next person for a really nice bag because you have the dang logo there. But there is a tipping point. And the tipping point is those insane numbers that just don't make sense. They may make sense to people like a Becca Bloom, a whoever, who maybe money to them is nothing. But for the most of us, it is something. It is something that we worked hard, we saved for, and therefore, I actually don't blame the dupe market for exploding. I think it's great. I personally think at this point in time where I am today, I think it's great. It is a finger to the brand like, look, that is nonsense. I'll still buy some of your things, those that you make reasonably, but there are some things that you are unreasonable with. I am not taking it. Nah. Okay, so I love Tiffany. If they make a nice necklace with a little bit of diamond, that's, I don't know, for $5,000-$6,000, I will treat myself. I will YOLO. I will love it. But when you make something that obviously has not changed and you are just pricing it for whatever you feel like it, that's when I'm like, okay, no, I'm sorry, no, that is not right. I'm not going there. So I think there needs to be an adjustment. If those things are really worth that price, fine, I will rest my case. But I obviously know the same ring has not changed and it is not worth that price. So there are things in the store that are not worth the price. So therefore, I totally resonated with what she said and said that these brands, they are just putting some number there, paying the people who make them at minimal pricing. I think she was also referring to Dior making things at the sweatshop, but also that a point she made, she said, we should not take it. The last point that she said is you vote with your dollars. So like for me, I love my luxury brands. I love a good luxury handbag. I buy Hermes, I buy Chanel, I buy whatever I want when I can. But then there's things that I'll just like, I will raise my eyebrows and I'm like, wait, that's not right. That's not right anymore. Like, I haven't bought anything from Chanel for a while. I think my last bag with them was that green bag, and was that last year. Even that I was like, oh, just because it's the green color, I really wanted it. But I haven't been able to buy anything else because it just doesn't sit right. It feels really, really exploitory. Is that the right word? You just feel wrong. Yeah, I mean, sure, you can save for it, but it's just something's not right. Honestly, Hermes is also getting really, really too expensive. But the only thing I can say about them as a good point is that they didn't do what these Chanels and Diors and Tiffany did in the span of a few years. They still maintain their slow and steady, infinite inflationary growth. They had a higher price point. Like if you start off at 15,000, when you do a 5% increase, obviously that's significant, right? So, I mean, they started off at a right footing at a high price point. But Chanel, we know you didn't. You started off at 4, 3. You can't be just jumping it for the sake of jumping it. It's just not correct. I don't think so. Same as Tiffany. What made you do that to a ring? Doubling the price in 2 years. What happened? What happened? So they shouldn't have done that. I feel like they should have done it a little bit more subtly. Again, a business is a business. I understand. You want to quickly get your money. You need to recoup your investments and whatever you bought Tiffany for, LVMH, I get it. But then as a consumer, I vote with my dollars and I decided on a flumberger. So yeah, I get it. I get why people buy dupes now. I'm not promoting it, like just what Anne said, I'm not promoting it. You do what's right for you. For me, what's right for me was this ring. I just love the design. I've always wanted it. But I literally put my finger up to Tiffany and said, no, I'll buy other things, but for this ring, no. No. Anyway, I'd like to hear your points about this whole space. Maybe for those who have been buying for a while, how are you feeling about it? Maybe there are some of you who just recently started your luxury journey. You started to dabble a little bit more in these brands for whatever reason. How are you feeling? How are you taking it? How are you considering the dupe market, the replica market, whatever it is, this space that is really gray, really dodgy. So yeah, I love to hear your thoughts about it. Remember, this is a Luxe Chit Chat. It is still a luxury channel, but there are some things we gotta use our brain. And like she said, vote with your dollars. Anyway, if you enjoyed today's video, I do hope you give it a thumbs up. Make sure to subscribe, hit the notification bell as well. Otherwise, everyone, please take care, stay safe, and I'll see you in my next video.